Hold on to your remotes because The Simpsons is no longer just an animated sitcom, it's practically Nostradamus in cartoon form. Over the years, this beloved series has shocked fans with its uncanny knack for predicting the future. From jaw-dropping political twists to tech innovations we once thought were decades away, The Simpsons has seen it all before it happened. But now, as 2025 looms, fans are buzzing about the eerie accuracy of some of its most shocking predictions. Could a time-traveling crystal ball really be hiding in Springfield? Let's dive into these terrifying Simpsons predictions that might just become reality this year. In the 2012 episode Treehouse of Horror 23, Springfield accidentally creates a black hole. What starts as a small, harmless void grows larger and larger, consuming everything in its path. The episode paints a mind-blowing picture of how black holes could lead to the destruction of entire worlds, showing even Springfield citizens being sucked into a void with no escape. While the storyline was intended as dark humor, recent discoveries about black holes make this prediction feel possible. In 2023, scientists reported the closest ever black hole to Earth, located just 1,600 light-years away. While this massive cosmic force is not an immediate threat, it has sparked concerns about humanity's understanding of black holes and the potential risks they pose. Advanced studies have shown that even small disruptions in the galaxy caused by black holes could wreak havoc on Earth by destabilizing our orbit or triggering catastrophic space weather. Now, as we approach March 2025, some experts are warning about increased solar activity and cosmic shifts. This leaves many wondering, were The Simpsons onto something? Could we witness a cosmic event that brings Earth dangerously close to such a fate? The idea may sound like science fiction, but it reminds us how little control we have over the mysteries of the universe. In the 2004 episode Bart Mangled Banner, The Simpsons hinted at rising tensions between global superpowers, showing a politically charged America deep in conflicts with other nations. The episode portrayed a scenario where misunderstandings and political rivalries escalated into global chaos, leaving Springfield caught in the middle. While the show exaggerated events for comedic effect, the episode now feels like a warning of what's to come. Fast forward to 2025, and real-world tensions between the US and China are at an all-time high. Disputes over trade, technology, and Taiwan have pushed both nations to the brink of confrontation. In early 2024, military drills near the Taiwan Strait and growing alliances in Asia raised fears of an inevitable clash. Experts warn that any small spark could ignite a much larger conflict and drag other nations into a global war. Could March 2025 be the tipping point? With a newly inaugurated President Trump and heightened rhetoric from both sides, The Simpsons' prediction feels eerily accurate. If the show's history of foreseeing major events is anything to go by, we might be closer to a world war than we'd like to admit. How brain-crunching is that? In the 2008 episode Papa Don't Leech, The Simpsons foreshadowed the passing of a major religious leader. Now, with Pope Francis turning 88 in December 2024 and battling ongoing health issues, this prediction feels very close. Pope Francis has openly spoken about his declining health, including respiratory infections and surgeries that have limited his mobility. He has even hinted at the possibility of retirement, stating that stepping aside is a valid option for a pope. With this context, rumors are swirling that March 2025 might be a significant month for the Catholic Church. If Pope Francis steps down or passes away, it would mark the end of a transformative era in the Vatican. His focus on inclusivity and progressive policies has reshaped Catholicism, making his potential departure a moment of both reflection and uncertainty. The idea of The Simpsons predicting this massive event years in advance only makes it more mind-blowing. In the 1993 episode Marge and Chains, The Simpsons introduced the Osaka flu. This fictional virus spread rapidly through Springfield, causing mass panic and hysteria. Decades later, this storyline became a chilling prediction for COVID-19, as the pandemic brought the world to its knees in 2020. But what if The Simpsons foresaw more than just one? Pandemic experts have warned that new virus strains are emerging due to factors like climate change, deforestation, and increased human-animal contact. The recent rise of avian flu cases and mysterious respiratory illnesses has increased concerns about another global outbreak. If we are not careful enough, March 2025 could see the emergence of a new pandemic that rivals or even surpasses COVID-19. The possibility alone is mind-blowing. Governments and health organizations are ramping up preparations for future outbreaks, but are we truly ready? The Simpsons' crazy accurate prediction of COVID-19 reminds us how quickly the world can spiral into chaos, and their warning about pandemics remains as relevant as ever. In the 2010 episode Mona Lisa, The Simpsons explored the fragility of the tech industry, showcasing how a once thriving company went into financial ruin. What seemed like a humorous exaggeration at the time now feels uncomfortably close to reality. By 2025, tech giants like Google, Meta, and Amazon face increasing scrutiny over monopolistic practices, privacy concerns, and declining consumer trust. Layoffs across the tech sector in 2024 have already signaled instability, with some experts predicting that a major collapse could be on the horizon. Imagine waking up in March 2025 to find one of these tech giants filing for bankruptcy or facing a massive scandal. The ripple effects would be felt worldwide, disrupting economies, industries, and everyday life. The Simpsons' prediction reminds us that even the most powerful empires are not invincible, and the fall of just one big tech company could change the world as we know it. The concept isn't as far-fetched as it seems. Climate experts have noted that changes in the jet stream and weakening polar vortexes could send Arctic air into regions unprepared for such conditions. This phenomenon, often referred to as a polar plunge, could result in cities grinding to a halt under the weight of an unexpected winter storm. Imagine roads frozen over, power grids collapsing under the strain, and entire communities isolated by snow and ice, just like Springfield. The impact would be devastating. Transportation would cease, food supplies could run low, and millions might find themselves battling freezing temperatures without heat or power. Economies could take a massive hit as industries and daily life come to a standstill. How could The Simpsons have foreseen this icy catastrophe? Their track record of accuracy makes their vision of a frozen future feel possible. In the 2014 episode Days of Future Future, Springfield becomes a dystopian wasteland, and survivalists emerge as the prevalent force. These preppers hoard supplies, build bunkers, and thrive in chaos while everyone else struggles to survive. Fast forward to today, and survivalism is on the rise. With fears of economic collapse, pandemics, and environmental disasters, people are preparing for the worst. By March 2025, experts predict a surge in survivalist activity as global instability grows. Imagine a world where these survivalists hold the upper hand, controlling resources and shaping how societies function. The Simpsons' vision of a world ruled by preppers might be closer than we think, and the idea of this happening is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. In the 2001 episode New Kids on the Block, The Simpsons hinted at music being used as a tool for mind control. In the episode, a boy band's hit single is secretly embedded with subconscious military recruitment messages that brainwash listeners into joining the armed forces without their knowledge. Today, with the rise of AI-generated music and algorithms that predict and manipulate human emotions, the idea of mind-controlling music feels very possible. Imagine music that doesn't just entertain but influences decisions, emotions, and even advancements in AI could make this Simpsons prediction a reality. What if our favorite songs are already controlling us in ways we don't realize? The possibility of mind-altering music might sound like science fiction, but as The Simpsons often reminds us, the truth can be stranger and more mind-blowing than fiction. In the 2008 episode Treehouse of Horror 19, The Simpsons gave us a chilling example of AI technology taking over homes. The Simpson family installed an advanced smart home system called Ultra House 3000, which was capable of performing household chores. It offered voice assistance and even organized the family's daily lives. But when things went wrong, Ultra House developed a threatening personality, showing the dangers of overly relying on technology. Fast forward to today, AI-powered smart homes are no longer science fiction. From Amazon Alexa to Google Nest, millions of households already use AI to control everything from lighting to security cameras. What is coming in 2025, however, is so mind-blowing that it could make current technology look primitive. Experts predict AI homes that will anticipate your needs before you even express them. These systems could adjust temperatures based on your mood, prepare meals automatically, and even monitor your health in real time. But here's the twist: the more we hand over control to these systems, the more vulnerable we become. Imagine an AI glitch locking you inside your house or cutting off your access to essential services. With concerns about data breaches and AI biases, the risks are real. Could the Simpsons have predicted a future where our homes become both our helpers and potential threats? March 2025 might mark the moment when AI homes become smarter than ever. While this could make life more convenient, it also forces us to confront just how much control we're willing to surrender. The possibility of living in a world like the Simpsons' Ultra House feels both exciting and chilling. In the 1994 episode Sideshow Bob Roberts, The Simpsons portrayed a world where politics became chaotic, manipulated, and unpredictable. In the episode, Springfield's government is turned upside down when Sideshow Bob, a criminal, wins the mayoral election using shady tactics. It was a humorous take on political dysfunction, but now it feels uncomfortably close to reality. Looking ahead to March 2025, the United States is poised to face a deeply divided political landscape. With Trump's dramatic return to office following the 2024 elections and tensions growing within both major political parties, the cracks in the system are starting to show. Protests, allegations of corruption, and controversial policy decisions are fueling a climate of uncertainty. Some experts warn that this instability could lead to unprecedented levels of division, both within Congress and among everyday Americans. The Simpsons' depiction of chaotic politics feels prophetic. Could 2025 bring an era of unpredictability in American leadership, where the political system feels on the brink of collapse? While it's impossible to predict the exact details, one thing is certain: the United States is entering a period where anything could happen. And maybe The Simpsons has been trying to tell us this all along. In the 2007 The Simpsons movie, Springfield faced an environmental disaster when Homer's recklessness led to a pollution crisis that forced the town under a glass dome. While exaggerated for laughs, the message about human carelessness was impossible to ignore. Fast forward to today, and the world is already seeing the effects of climate change. Wildfires, floods, and droughts are becoming more frequent and severe. The Los Angeles fires are a glaring example of this growing crisis. By March 2025, experts warn that unchecked climate change could push ecosystems to their breaking point, with devastating consequences for agriculture, wildlife, and human life. The idea of cities becoming uninhabitable or people fighting over clean water isn't far-fetched; it's already happening in some parts of the world. The Simpsons' environmental prediction from March is a warning that the planet's future is in our hands. In the 1994 episode Deep Space Homer, The Simpsons joked about sending an ordinary citizen, Homer, into space. Of course, this led to chaotic consequences. At the time, it seemed absurd. But now, with private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin pushing for space tourism, it feels closer than ever to reality. By 2025, experts predict that space tourism will be more common, with people venturing beyond Earth for the ultimate travel experience. This is a mind-blowing achievement for humanity, as it can make us, in Elon Musk's words, an interplanetary species. But with great ambition comes great risk. Becoming an interplanetary species sounds exciting, but it's not as sweet as it seems. Space can be dangerous; equipment malfunctions, human errors, or unforeseen circumstances could turn a dream trip into a nightmare. Imagine tourists lost in orbit or stranded on the moon. The Simpsons' playful take on space travel now feels like a foreshadowing of what could go wrong when humans push the boundaries of exploration too far. March 2025 could be the year when space tourism faces its first major disaster. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, The Simpsons delivered one of their most famous predictions: Donald Trump's presidency. At the time, it was written as a joke. Trump, the billionaire businessman, sitting in the White House? Impossible, right? Yet, 15 years later, it became reality. The episode showed Trump's presidency leaving the nation in chaos, with Lisa Simpson inheriting the fallout as the first female president. While the episode hinted at Trump's monumental impact on politics, it may have also predicted something even bigger: his enduring presence in American politics. The real jaw-dropper, however, comes later in the 2015 short The Trumptastic Voyage. In a surreal sequence, Homer shrinks and climbs into Trump's hair, exploring the bizarre inner workings of his mind. As Homer flies past a board, he sees dates marking Trump's political career: Trump 2012, Trump 2016, Trump 2020, Trump 2024, and Trump 2028. At the time, these dates seemed absurd. But as the years have passed, the predictions have become hauntingly accurate. Trump ran for president in 2016, ran again in 2020, lost, and officially announced his comeback bid in November 2022 for the 2024 election. Against all odds, he won and returned to the White House in January 2025. Now, here's the most chilling part: if 2016, 2020, and 2024 have all come true, what about Trump 2028? The possibility of Trump announcing his intention to run for a third term seems impossible due to the U.S. Constitution's limits. However, Trump has never been one to shy away from bending norms and challenging established rules. All it would take is a constitutional amendment to undo the 22nd Amendment, and Trump could potentially make a bid for unusual political power. By March 2025, Trump's second term would be in full swing, and the political world is already buzzing with speculation about whether he might push for another term. Such an announcement would send shockwaves across the globe and raise questions about the future of democracy. The Simpsons foresaw this scenario decades in advance. What makes this prediction so mind-blowing is how possible it feels in today's climate. Trump's influence over his supporters, his disregard for political traditions, and his ability to reshape norms have already proven formidable. If he were to announce plans for 2028, it could be one of the most controversial moments in modern political history, one that would shatter expectations and leave the world stunned. In the 2011 episode The Food Wife, The Simpsons envisioned a world where people dined in virtual reality. Instead of physical food, they experienced meals through immersive simulations. At the time, it seemed ridiculous, but today, VR technology is advancing at breakneck speed. By March 2025, VR dining could become a reality, with restaurants offering virtual experiences that trick your brain into tasting flavors that aren't actually there. Imagine sitting in your living room but feeling like you're enjoying sushi in Tokyo or a steak in Argentina. Truly wonderful, isn't it? But hold your horses: while this sounds exciting, it could also blur the lines between reality and illusion. How far should we let technology go? In the 1998 episode Lisa the Simpson, Homer's brother Herb created a baby translator that could decode baby cries into full sentences. What started as a joke now feels like an innovative idea that could transform parenting forever. With advancements in AI and emotional recognition technology, baby translators are no longer science fiction. In fact, some tech companies are already experimenting with apps and devices that analyze the pitch and tone of a baby's cry to determine their needs, whether they're hungry, tired, or in pain. By March 2025, this technology could reach a whole new level, allowing parents to understand their babies like never before. Imagine the relief of finally knowing exactly why your newborn is crying. This breakthrough could eliminate so much stress for new parents. But it also raises concerns. Would parents become overly dependent on such devices? Could it weaken their natural instincts to connect with their child? The Simpsons' prediction is a glimpse into a future that's both exciting and unsettling. A baby translator could revolutionize parenting, but it might also create issues about how much technology should influence such a personal human experience. In the 2015 episode Paths to Glory, Lisa Simpson almost won a race using a solar-powered car. She was trying to use solar energy-fueled vehicles to make them both eco-friendly and cost-efficient. Today, this vision is closer to reality than ever. Companies like Lightyear are developing solar-powered cars that can charge while driving, drastically reducing reliance on charging stations. Governments worldwide are also pushing for greener alternatives, with many pledging to phase out gas-powered vehicles in the coming years. By March 2025, solar cars could become a common sight on roads, marking a major shift in transportation. However, the transition won't be without challenges. Solar cars are still expensive to produce, and the infrastructure to support them, like charging networks and solar-friendly roads, needs improvement. But with climate change driving urgency, many believe these hurdles will be overcome sooner rather than later. The Simpsons' prediction of a solar-powered future feels like a beacon of hope. Could March 2025 be the turning point when we finally leave behind fossil fuels for a cleaner, greener mode of transportation? In the 2000 episode Lisa Gets an A, The Simpsons delivered a shocking visual. Big Ben, the iconic British landmark, had been modernized with a digital clock face. At the time, it seemed like pure comedy, poking fun at the clash between tradition and progress. But now, it feels strangely plausible. As Britain modernizes its infrastructure, even cherished historical landmarks aren't immune to change. Imagine Big Ben, the giant clock known for its timeless charm, displaying real-time updates or glowing in bright LEDs. By March 2025, this could become a reality as technology continues to reshape our world. For many, this transformation would feel like a loss of history. Big Ben represents tradition and a reminder of Britain's past. Turning it digital might be seen as abandoning the very essence of what makes it special. Yet, others might see it as a necessary step forward, showing how even the oldest institutions can adapt to the future. The Simpsons' prediction about Big Ben going digital raises questions about how much we're willing to modernize. Could this be the year when one of the world's most iconic landmarks takes a bold technological leap? The thought alone is enough to blow your mind. What do you think about these predictions? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.